And we are live. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we back with another one. Today, we got another comic book drop, another blind box for Marvel and VeVe. This one's going to be big. This is the Fantastic Four, number 13. Let me break it down for you guys. Right here in the Medium article, I have the Medium article link in the bio if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. It says the 2021 New York Comic Con Exclusive. This release includes rare and ultra-rare variant covers commissioned exclusively for VeVe and will only be on sale for 24 hours. But as we all know, these usually sell out in seconds, probably half a second, so it probably doesn't matter. Now, this is published in 1963. There's 5 cover variants. There's 30,000 total editions, and we all know, everyone who's been here with VeVe, they sell out in literally a second, even though it's a blind box. And it was pretty cool to see the evolution of this happen in just weeks, because there was a point where if you go back to the first couple streams, I was getting 10, maybe 12 blind boxes, maybe 8, all the way down to now. If we can get 1, we're lucky. So times change really fast. Unbelievable. We saw too, just in a matter of 5 months, they grew from 10,000 users all the way to 700,000 plus. So big things are happening really quick in the VeVe community. We had the common classic 21,000, the uncommon 5,000 of these, the rare 2,350, the ultra rare 1,050, and then of course the secret rare 600. Now I like the look of these a lot. I'm gonna go through what the rare and the ultra rare look like real quick, so you guys can give it a look. This one is one of my favorites. This is the ultra rare right here. You can kind of see it a little bit. I hope it kind of zoomed in right there. And then the black and white right next to it, that's the rare. So those are commissioned exclusively for VeVe. So I think if you get them, it's going to be big time. Give me a second. I'm going to tweet this out. December in the building. Put it out on my story on Twitter real quick. Put it on my Instagram story. As we saw, Instagram, Facebook, all of them were down last night, yesterday. But guess what was not down? The VeVe app. Let's go. And that's one thing too, man. Like, VeVe's gonna blow up because it's not only just, collectibles, the Amazon. It's social media on the blockchain. Like, this is revolutionary right now. It's got all the IP, all the brand, plus the social networking. This is game changing right now. I'm gonna put it on Snapchat too. I've been introducing a lot of new people into VeVe. It feels amazing. So again, I always do this in the beginning just in case there's any new users just popping on and they want to check out. They can't figure out how to get onto the app or find the new drop. So when you're at the main page on the VeVe app and you're at the store tab, that's what it looks like. A lot of people can't find the comic section from there. So all you want to do from this main tab here is just go to that top switcher screen, go from collectibles down to comics, and then from right there, you can just click on that first one, boom, and then that's the screen that you want to be on. And then you just wait another 10 minutes and 50 seconds and then get ready for the drop. Hey. Yeah, I love the ultra rare and rare covers. I think, I like what they do. The common, there's 20,000 of them, right? 21,000. Let me see the exact number here. Yeah, 21,000 common. So everyone has a good chance of getting a common. And that's how they do it with the blind boxes for the comics. But then you can see the big drop off. If you get an uncommon, a rare, like that goes up in value big time just because there's 15,000 less editions right there. The uncommon has 5,000 editions. So I think that's Brendan's up. Let's go. Ready with my speedy fingers. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I like the fact that they're doing the blind boxes on the Spidey figures too. It's pretty cool. I like how they just mix it up, It's not always just one way or the other. I like how they do that. Because then, a a lot of people like one way. Like I like it the original way. You know, I like being able to go for that ultra rare, go for that secret rare, or whatever it is. But you know, a lot of people don't have success on the drops. I know when I was struggling big time on the drops, I hated the drops. So I would have loved for them to do blind boxes back then, but I'm glad it kind of reversed and I'm having good luck lately. But you know, for those who don't really have good luck on the drops, they're able to get an even chance with the blind box. So I think it is an even chance, honestly. Once you learn how to time it right with the other way, like yesterday, a couple of them, the last two that I didn't get, I think I hit it early because that's the thing too. If you know, if you get too excited and you press it too early, it's going to say unable to get one, and you're not going to be able to get one. Everyone's in the building. Let's go. Paz in the building. I got that ultra rare Throggy. The Throggy. Let's go. I got an ultra rare too. I couldn't believe it. That was one of those where I was expecting it to kind of be delayed. Like, you know, as soon as you get the blind box, you got to wait maybe like 30 minutes or whatever it is. So I got it and I'm looking at it. It says ultra rare. I'm just staring at it like, is this real? I couldn't believe it. Like, I wasn't even that excited just because I didn't believe it was real. My hair's still wet, so my bad for it dripping. Get ready to get some ultra rares. Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, we see how expensive they can get, right? If you get an ultra rare, I think the Spider-Man ultra rare comic books up to like $800 right now. So if you can luck out, get an ultra rare, secret rare. I think even the rares, right? Especially this time around. What's up from Australia, brother? Yo, Australia in the building. What's going on? How we doing? How we doing? I find that there's a lot of people from Australia that's in the VeVe community. That's awesome to hear. It's one of those places where I'd love to visit sometime, you know? I feel like it's got crazy wildlife there, and I'm kind of scared of snakes and stuff like that. I got to be careful, but definitely a place that I need to visit for sure. Maybe when, you know, the collectibles appreciate a little bit more or Omi gets up there. I'm not cashing out Omi for the longest time though. I'm gonna hold. That's my retirement. Like 10 years, I'm holding. You know, just because I don't have that much. You know, maybe if I had like 5 million Omi or 10 million Omi, I'd be able to cash out like, you know, a little bit along the way and still hold a good amount. But right now, I don't have that much Omi. I do have over 1 million, but I went all in on the collectibles, so I'm tapped out. Luckily, you know, I keep forgetting. Shout out to the Gale. He said this in one of the tweets. He said, I can't wait till, you know, we're able to sell the NFTs for Omi. It's like I want to buy Omi now, but I gotta remember that. 1:50 a.m. Wow, grinding right now. That's the thing. You're across the world, so it's a whole different time zone. The media presses the bugs and snakes. Yeah, I know. I bet it's not that bad. I bet it's a good time. It's definitely like so many places to visit out there too. I would love to get out there. What part of Australia do you live? I'm not that familiar with it, but definitely a cool place, man. Joe M. Joe M said today's ultra rare might be the Labicorn question mark. I don't think so. I didn't hear that. Maybe I'm wrong and I don't know about that, but so what's gonna happen, I believe, with the comic books is like that's what the ultra rare looks like. This one right here. And that one, and then the black and white one, that rare, those are commissioned exclusively for VeVe. So I believe that, you know, they'll carry a little bit more weight. Newcastle, 2 hours from Sydney, quiet town. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, I feel like there's always a good amount of people from Australia because I always hear them saying like it's always a terrible time for them or something like that. So yeah, 1:50 a.m. That's gotta be, oh man, it's gotta be tough. I know for me, the drops give me adrenaline. Not so much the blind boxes, but I mean, if we had to drop at like 1:50 a.m. on the regular way without the blind boxes, my adrenaline would be pumping. I probably wouldn't sleep that night. I'd probably be up to at least 5 a.m. I remember in the beginning, like the first like 6 months, even now sometimes, you know, if it's a big drop and I'm not excited, it's hard to sleep the night before a drop. And it's about 11 a.m. for me on drop days. So we got 5 minutes exactly left. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Let me know if you're a new user tuning in too. I've been getting a lot of new users tuning in. Like just every live stream, I've been getting a handful of new people tuning in. Like a lot of people are just Googling the James Bond movie and they happen to catch the live stream. Oh yeah, man. The reveals are probably terrible for that side of the world. I always forget about that. I forget how, like a lot of times, because I'm not in that NFT grind on OpenSea. So, I mean, I check it out. There was a point for a couple of months to where I was really grinding, just researching and learning everything. But I haven't been lately. I would say the last few weeks. I forget that the reveals are those times usually. Yeah, Paz, you are not a new user. You are a loyal supporter, my man. I appreciate you big time. Yep, 5 minutes. We got 4 minutes to go. Let's go. Yeah, VeVe keeps me awake at night. The adrenaline keeps me awake. Even after the drop's over, I can't sleep. I agree. I agree, December. Especially because like you got so many things thinking about, You got, what is it worth in the marketplace, or why is it not worth this, or it's so expensive right now, it's going crazy. Do I get another one in the market? So many different so many different things you're thinking about. Do I cop another one? Do I sell one? A lot of times I just hold. I'm running out of gems though, so I have been trying to sell a couple extra ones. Trying to debate which ones to sell off. It's tough because I don't want to sell off any. Once I get them, especially with VeVe NFTs, I'm so emotionally attached to them. It's unbelievable. Like I never really thought I would be with the Batman, yeah, but for some of the ones I didn't really know anything about, I was like, I'll maybe flip those. And as soon as I get them, I'm like, oh wow, I can't flip this. I gotta hold this. Especially because I'm, most of you guys know by now, I'm trying to build like a museum. And not that I have to have every collectible in there. I kind of just want to have like whatever like my taste is, right? So like people come in and they see like, oh, this is what Johnny's all about. And just so, I can make a little passive income charging a couple gems and having people come in and look at what's about to be $1 million showroom. But that's kind of how I see it. I don't want to, profit and sell off my collection. Hopefully I can work for the team one day, do something along those lines. And I don't have to be rich, man. I can work a normal salary. I don't want to sell off my collection. That's the last thing I want to do. Give me your Todd pass. I don't have one. I would save up for one because it can dip, maybe it dips to like 1K. It was at 300 for the longest time, 400, 500, and then it kind of shot up to 800. Now it's at like 1.6, 1.5. All it takes is to get lucky on a one drop, get an ultra rare, then you can start flipping it. That's if you don't get attached to it. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds for the drop. The problem is we're so blessed right now. Every drop is important, right? It feels like we're so used to a first appearance, a first edition. We're just so spoiled with it. It's like, oh, this is a first appearance. I don't really want that one. Oh, this is the first edition. That one's cool, but I'll pass. It's like soon they're not gonna be first appearances, first editions. And people are still gonna be wanting a licensed Batman, a licensed, a licensed asset, a licensed digital asset at the end of the day. And of course, you guys know me, a premium licensed digital asset, not just any digital asset. That's what all NFTs really are digital assets. Ready. Countdown. 40 seconds. I'm getting in the zone. I'm not missing this one. I got a good feeling someone's going to pull out like an ultra rare, something good. Something good. 30 seconds, y'all. Whoa, I just dropped my phone. Smart move. Smart move. Well, smart as in like I understand the move. We'll see if it's smart or not, right? No one really knows. We're all just taking best guesses. All right, 10 seconds. 10 now. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I think I got it. I thought I was a little late there. Wow, that really. Yeah, I got it. Can't get a second one. I got one of them. Let's go. Let's go. I thought it was late too. Wow. I'm trying to buy another one. Tempting. Unable to reserve. Sold out. Yeah. I missed on everything. No way. Really? Wow. I got one. Let's go, baby. I don't know what it's gonna be. You know, common, uncommon. All right, so I'm gonna go to the chances. Ready? A common, 1 in 1.43 chance. Uncommon, 1 in 6 chance. A rare, 1 in 12.77 chance. Ultra rare, 1 in 28.57 chance. And then a secret rare, a 1 in 50 chance. So pretty unlikely, but you never know. The VeVe gods may be in your favor. I'm gonna stay on probably for a little bit, maybe. What do you guys think? Or should I hop off and then hop back on when the market opens? I could make 2 live streams, I guess, maybe, but I have to tweet it out again, post the links in the channels. I may just stay on with y'all. One thing I want to talk about too is the transition to OpenSea. You know, this is going to be big time for a couple of reasons. We're going to OpenSea via Immutable X. A lot of people were unsure about Immutable X, not really sure what that is. What that is basically a marketplace for NFTs to where people are going to be able to buy and sell and trade, you know, NFTs gasless. So that's going to be game changing for anybody who's buying and selling NFTs on OpenSea right now. A lot of people who are familiar with OpenSea also know how much gas fees can be, right? Well, now with Immutable X, you won't have to pay gas fees at all. So that's going to be game changing. And TikTok is now moving to Immutable X to sell TikTok, I guess, moments like that, like funny videos, etc., as NFTs. So you can see where this whole entire trajectory is going, right? With the mass user adoption. OpenSea is getting or just got an app for the iPhone. So everything's becoming mainstream. So the ease of access is going through the roof for NFTs. Like, just imagine TikTok. It's getting the whole younger generation involved in NFTs. And so when the everyday average, teenager, adult gets into NFTs, what are they going to want to buy? Probably a Batman, probably a Superman, a Spider-Man, maybe a Givenchy. Like, that's what they're going to go for. Then maybe they're going to get into, the creative art projects of, artists that they may be friends with or that they know personally that have their own projects on OpenSea. OpenSea is going to almost need the VeVe app. Not like they can't survive without it, but they're going to go mainstream with the VeVe app because of it. Because everybody is a fan of something. And that's why VeVe has something for everybody. Everybody's a fan of some kind of brand. You may not like Batman, but you're a huge fan of Spider-Man and Marvel. Or you may not be into superheroes like that, but you love luxury, high quality, Givenchy, the first NFT ever. There's something for everybody. And this is just the beginning, right? This is just the tip. Like, they're going to have something for everyone. This is unbelievable. I got one, but definitely common. Now, you can't think like that flying low. You got to have some positive thoughts. You never know what can happen, right? Shiba, yo, what's going on? Wow, that's when you know things are booming, right? Comic drops are even hard to get. What's the one joke we always say? They could have an invisible drop. There's an NFT that was invisible and it sold for like thousands of dollars. Unbelievable. And if anybody who's new and doesn't understand the kind of money that's out there in OpenSea, just type into Google like the highest, the most expensive NFTs on OpenSea. You're going to see things. I don't even want to name projects out there because I don't want to seem like I'm talking bad about them. But just NFTs selling for millions of dollars, They're rare one of ones, but there's no brand behind it. There's no IP behind it. someone who's mainstream, who's, not familiar with crypto or anything like that, they're not going to want that. You have to try to convince somebody that that's valuable. It's almost like, if I crumple up a piece of paper, it's one of one and it's really unique and it's really rare, but I'd have to convince someone that paper is valuable, as opposed to having Batman. You don't have to convince anyone that Batman's valuable. It's established brand for decades now. I got the drop after 3 consecutive fails on Labbits and Bonds stuff. Okay, see? When you fail 1 or 2 or 3, you're bound to get another one. The Bond stuff I thought was pretty cool. I missed the posters, the white posters. I got the first set of posters on the drop, the ultra rare. But I missed the white ones on the second. But then I bought them in the marketplace. I feel like that's a cheap ultra rare set, right? That's only a 2 collectible set. We see how valuable these 1 collectible sets, the Superman, the Starfire, the Bardas. Well, the posters, I think people are sleeping on because they're just posters. But you only need 2 of them to complete a set. The Ultraman posters, you needed the whole thing, right? Plus the secret rare for a set. So these Bond posters, I think, are slept on big time. I bought 2 of the ultra rare Bond posters just because I feel like once people realize that they're getting daily points for holding an ultra rare, holding a complete set, things are going to skyrocket, I think. I'm still trying to smash the buy now button, get the rebound, right? I only got 1, but it's a 1756. Let's go. That's a good one. That's a good one. Taylor Harris said, hey, there's Funko Pops. Liddy. Thanks, man. I got a little Funko Pop collection. I'm going to go through them real quick. I got Babe Ruth. Oh, my hair just got stuck in the mic. I got Babe Ruth. I got Mike Trout, Michael Jordan, B.I.G. I got a bunch of Notorious B.I.G. ones. Lil Wayne, Allen Iverson, Tupac, Biggie. I got a couple of Michael Jordan ones. It was when I started getting my Batmans, right? My physical Batman collection. And I started seeing all these Funko Pops of these characters that I've just been huge fans of. I was like, I need some of these. And then I got more upstairs. But I just wanted to collect, some of my favorite people of all time, basically. And then, of course, I also got my physical VeVe Diamonds. VeVe Gem. It's one of my favorites. Shout out to Drea. She also made a sick trophy for the fantasy football, the community league and the influencer league. So I'm excited to win both of those. Hopefully. Not looking too high in the influencer league. Shout out to the Omi homies. Kicked my butt this week. Have to give it to them. We all talk a lot of smack, but I got to take the L's when you get an L. Took a big L this week. I didn't expect it. My team's pretty solid. I thought I was going to do better in the influencer league so far than the other league, but I'm 3-1 in the community league and 2-2 right now in the influencer league. I'm sitting in 3rd in the influencer league and sitting in 1st place, tied for 1st right now in the community league. So that's what a lot of people are saying. I'm wondering if that's the case, but I don't know. I kind of got too much faith in VeVe that that's not the case, but his team's good. Max, I will say, I said before the league that Max's team is a team to watch out for. Let me go through it real quick. He's got a lot of studs on it. It's one of those teams where he has a lot of upside basically each week. So if he has if his players do well, he had Tyreek Hill who he went off. He scored almost 50 points, and I couldn't compete with that. He beat me by 30 points. I had Kyle Murray. I scored 22 points. He had Dak Prescott, 27 points. I had DeAndre Hopkins. He only put up 10 points. Kind of hurt me. He had Tyreek Hill who put up 47 points. Big time. I have Mike Evans, 14 points. He has DK Metcalf, 16 points. I have Alvin Kamara, 12 points. He had Zeke, 20 points. I have Eckler, 29 points. Had a really good game. He has Fournette, 16 points. Pretty solid game. I have Mark Andrews, 11 points. He has Kittle, put up 8 points. I have Brandon Cooks, 9 points. He has Godwin, 8 points. My kicker was Matt Gay, 9 points. Justin Tucker, 13 points. No 66-yard field goals this time, so that was solid. Baltimore defense, 11 points. Tampa Bay, 9 points. So pretty even team. He's got a really good team. I still like my team better. I do, but his team just outperformed me this week. I think his team's going to go a long way, definitely. What's good, Dunn? Got 2 with the 2 sell. Nice, Lenny. Nice. Yeah, Tyreek dropped 50 points. What was his stats? He went off, man. Unbelievable. He had 12 targets, 11 catches, 186 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Like, what? Just a stud, man. Against the Eagles, just dominated. Godwin is overpriced. Yeah, I mean, he's one of those wide receivers to where he can put up big points too each week. You kind of just don't know who's going to get the ball, right? I have Gronk too on my team, but he was out last week, so I had to sit him. I also have Julio Jones. I have Russell Wilson too, sits the bench. Jarvis Landry. Like, I have a really deep and stacked team, but the thing with the Buccaneers is, like, you don't know who's going to get the ball, right? Brady spreads the ball out. You don't know if it's Mike Evans. You don't know if it's Godwin. You don't know if it's Gronk. Yeah, I like KC too. I like Andy Reid a lot, man. Andy Reid has gone through a lot with his family, and it's just he's gone through so much with the Eagles too. I'm a big Philly fan all around, so seeing him bring the Eagles so close each year, but just not able to get over the hump, it felt so good to see him win a Super Bowl with the Chiefs. Let's go. Yeah, you know what's funny about the Dolphins? I was actually a big Dolphins fan too. Big Ricky Williams fan. I actually just met Ricky Williams recently. Talked to him for a little bit, and I'm sending my jersey out to him. Still haven't sent it out to him just yet, but he's said he's going to sign it for me, and he's going to send it back. So that was amazing just to talk to him. So, Ricky, if you're tuning in, you're watching, man, I appreciate you big time. You're literally my childhood superhero, like growing up watching you. You went to Texas. I started watching college football a little bit after when you were there, but saw so many of your games, rewatched them, went to the Saints, started becoming a Saints fan, and then became a Dolphins fan because of you. So to talk to you and, getting your jersey signed, it's going to be amazing. Appreciate you big time. But yeah, so, and then the Chiefs, Andy Reid, big Andy Reid fan. So I like the Chiefs too, but I'm on the East Coast. I'm right by Philly. I'm kind of like 20 minutes from Philly, I want to say, South Jersey. So I'm not a Jets fan, actually. Shout out to Gary V. I know Gary V is a big Jets fan. I'm actually just a Philly fan all around. Big Phillies fan, Philadelphia Phillies. Big Sixers fan. And then it's hard, the Eagles struggle a lot, but I root for the Eagles. Mark is still down. Yeah. Dolphins to the moon. Poor Tua. Yeah, Tua, I mean, it's going to be tough, but I just think the Dolphins, they've never really had too much expectation. So the year that they start doing really well, it's going to surprise everyone. I love to see Ricky Williams run the ball, though. Such a stud running back. And I loved how he had a visor, too, with the dreads. Like, just looked awesome. I believe Gary Vee's going to buy the Jets one day. Absolutely. He's probably going to buy the Jets in ETH, in Ethereum on the blockchain. Can you imagine that? I definitely see that happening. All that stuff's going to happen on the blockchain. All that stuff that he's been talking about, it's all going to come, it's all going to come real. And houses are going to be sold on the blockchain. Cars are going to be, given an NFT with it, so you can't steal a car. Think of that. Think of like if every physical car came attached with a digital NFT. And then if you wanted to sell the car, all you'd have to do is just transfer the NFT. And then that's ownership right there. Boom. Same thing with houses. Houses, there's so many steps. There's so many things. It's complicated to buy a house. How many people are involved when it could just be all done on the blockchain? Oh, the Audible Collective got shut out again. When you say it got shut out again, what do you mean by that? Like you just weren't able to get one in time, or shut out like the app shut you out? Is that what you mean? Like Kevin O'Leary, I think it is. He started talking about already how watches, right? He's a big watch collector. The guy on Shark Tank, And he's talking about already how he wants his watches to have a digital NFT with that. So that's ownership right there. So no one can steal your watch if they don't have the NFT with it. Yeah, I've seen some other people spam click to buy. They call it a line gate. Shout out to everybody who does that and is successful. I've never done it. I don't feel right doing it, and I feel like my way has been solid. I've been getting it almost every time. So the way I've been doing it, I just like to time it, man. Like I get on that screen and I get real focused, like at 10 seconds, but then I get like hyper focused at like 5 seconds, right? And that 3, 2, 1, I just follow the same rhythm. If you want to call it any gate, I call it rhythm gate because as soon as it goes 3, 2, 1, people click as soon as it hits that 0, and I think that's too early. It's gonna come up like unable. Sometimes, once in a while, I think I did it for the white posters on James Bond. I didn't get it because I tapped too early. It's like a false start in football. You're trying to time the jump perfectly, but I was just a little too early. And so that's the bad part about timing it. But usually I feel like Tiger Woods in those moments where everything just slows down and I'm just able to just time it. But I like to go 3, 2, 1, 0. And then it like does something, changes, and that's when I click, and that's what works perfectly. Yeah, see, like he did the align gate, so a lot of people are able to do it. I've never done it. I just feel so strange doing that. VeVe hates Toronto. No, shout out to Toronto, man. Shout out to Canada. I know a lot of people from Canada that are in VeVe. Shout out to Chad, NFT Pirates. I know he's from Canada. Um, what is this Squid Game? I've never. Everybody's talking about Squid. I've never heard of it. Nah, I didn't spam click, brother. I like to time it. Like I think maybe my screen froze a little bit, but the way I do it is I like to just go on the countdown like 3, 2, 1, 0, and then I click. I don't like to click as soon as I hit 0. I think that's a little bit too early. Um, so I just I'd like to time it. Something happens to that buy now button to where if you just wait a split second, then you're able to click it. I got one, and the wife got one. Here was a comment. Nice. Hers was a comment, I think you meant to say. I'm going to check real quick, see if mine got delivered. Mine usually takes a long time to get delivered. Oh, it got delivered. Let's go. I got an uncommon, baby. Mint number 4403. Okay. I'll take that. Let's go. I don't want to read it because I'm unsure if like they're going to make it degrade, but let's go. I'll take that. I think market's still down. Let me check. Yeah, market's still down. I'll take that. That's amazing. Let's go. I'm a musician. My timing is pretty decent. Okay. Yeah, so you know how if your timing is good, then you should be able to get this, and you may like it better than than spamming the button. When you go 3, 2, 1, 0, click. Don't go 3, 2, 1, 0, click. That's gonna be too like it's don't click as soon as you see the zeros pop up. Give it that like second. Did you wait for your serial number, Johnny, or did you try to get some rebounds? As soon as I saw my money leave my account, I think people say you can get it earlier. I don't like to leave it earlier until I see my money leave my account. But as soon as I see the gems leave my account, I exit out the screen and try to go back and get more. Eh, eh, eh. That's it. I don't know what that means. We use a line gate as well. Stephen Rhodes. Yeah, whatever way works, I suggest doing it. Like whatever way it's almost like golf, right? There's not one way to do it. There's multiple ways to do it, just whichever way you feel comfortable doing it. Better luck next time, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you will get better at it, definitely for sure. Netflix show. Oh, okay. Squid. Yeah, I think I've heard of it, but I didn't know anything of what it was about. 100 secret rares have been given out. Wow! Shout out to everybody who gets a secret rare. It's gonna be big. Cop one still waiting. Yeah, I'm gonna try to buy a rare, ultra rare in the market. I think, but I don't really have many gems left, so I may not be able to. Nice low mint. Yeah, thank you, thank you. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, uncommon gang. What? You're not allowed to get an uncommon. I know, right? I'm out of the common gang, baby. Computed to the last decimal for the timing. Wow, that's amazing. Drink up, drink a lot of water. Hydrate yourself. That's awesome, man. I would love to go on a 5-day golf trip. Later, y'all. Take it easy, Paz. With the goofy watcher. The funny thing is, I have not played that many golf rounds at all this year. I've only played, I think, 2 total rounds. One was like a charity best ball tournament that we did really well in, and then my golf tournament, which I shot at 81 the second day, which I was actually not that mad about because I missed about 7 putts inside 3 feet. So if I actually putted well, which that's one thing I haven't worked on really, I've been just working on my short game, my iron game. And I just played in the golf tournament to kind of see where my game stood. And so if I just putted well, I would have shot in the 70s at this one course, and it was a long course. So I was pretty happy with how I hit the ball, at least. I haven't been able to pay for golf rounds. I'm tapped out. So I've been just practicing in the morning and the night, before people get to the course, after everybody leaves. So I've been grinding, but it's good to see that my game's pretty solid. I would hold the ultra rare geeky mutant. I would hold. I would hold because I'm going to read it right here. It says, this release, it says 2021 New York Comic Con exclusive. This release includes rare and ultra rare variant covers commissioned exclusively for VeVe and will only be on sale for 24 hours. But we all know these sell out in a second, so it probably doesn't matter. But I think the ultra rare will have good value. Oh, that's awesome. Arnold Palmer course. The legend. I have an Arnold Palmer Funko Pop. I have a Tiger Woods one upstairs. I have an Arnold Palmer and a Jack Nicklaus Funko Pop. When I saw them, I was like, wow, I have to cop. How to sell it? Okay, so you're not able to sell just a second. You have to wait till the market opens. Let me see if the market's open. Usually opens about 30 minutes after. So you can go into your collections tab at the bottom left of your phone, and you're going to go into your My Comics section. Scroll down, and then click on the comic that you want to sell. Hit that little I button in the bottom right of the comic, and then scroll down. And you're not able to sell it just yet because, like I said, the market's down. But you'll be able to hit sell now right there, and then you can list it. And let me tell you advice right now when you're listing it, do it slow, because if you rush, you may list it for the wrong value, and don't use decimal points. A lot of times people will list it for, say, 1.2, they'll list it for thinking it's 1.2K, and they'll list it for 1.2. What you just did is you listed for $1.20. So don't use decimal points. If you want to list it for $1,200, write out 1200. Just don't use decimal points. Wow, that's hilarious. You live on a golf course and you never used it. That's hilarious. If I lived on a golf course, I'd be just using it as my backyard every day. Yes, exactly. All right. So David says, "Word, I feel you. Feel like I saw the buy button kind of change right at zero. Thanks for the insight. Good luck." It does. So it almost it like I don't know what happens to it, but it refreshes or something happens to where I think what's happening is so I think everybody tuning in is getting the secret sauce right now. So when everybody sees everyone's trying to time it as soon as they see zero, right, to be the first ones in. But I think that's too early. So what happens is if you press the buy now button too early, it comes up with a red screen like unable to, get this drop, and so they think that means it's sold out. Sometimes it will say that if you're too late, but you have to wait that second. Something happens to the buy now button to make it like available to buy. So if you just time it, I'll go through it again, like the sequence. Go like 3, 2, 1, 0, click. Don't go 3, 2, 1, 0, click. Like as soon as you see zero, don't click. It's kind of like it throws you off because you're waiting to see zero, and then you're ready to click. But I'm not like waiting for it to hit zero. I'm more so in my head trying to time it perfectly, get in sequence with it. I align gate mentally, if that makes sense. Like instead of spamming the button and time it, I'm mentally in my head going like 5. That's why sometimes I'll stop counting because I'm counting so loudly in my brain. It's insane. It's like it's definitely like a hyper focus. Dope, uncommon. Let's go. You got it, uncommon. Let's go. Some people may go crazy. People will try any way, right? Like if it works, it works. I don't like doing that. That's so funny. Like, see, I'm surprised he doesn't get like a capture or something because I'm pretty sure they would think he's a bot. I like to just play it in my mind. Like if I go like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, click. And sometimes I will, I'll get too antsy and I'll get too excited and I'll click early. But most of the time, I feel like Tiger Woods in those countdown moments. Yeah, sometimes the rebounds work too. Like if you I haven't got a rebound in the longest time, but I did. I think I got like a sub 100 hoverboard, not the Mattel one, but like a common. I sold it, but I got, on the rebound like 10 minutes later somehow. So you can definitely get rebounds. Wow. Well, backstab, that's like 3K right now. So you turn how much was it on the job? Like $50? You turn $50 into like 3K. Adrenaline's crazy, man. My first drop was Nightwing, and Nightwing was just insane. Nightwing, I didn't sleep the night before, so I didn't wake up. I'm up, it's like 10 a.m. I set I didn't set alarms yet. What happened? Like 11 o'clock was about to come, right? We're all in the Nightwing drop, and then it like shut off. It stopped working. We're like, what's happening? We checked Twitter. They said like too many people are on the server. Um, we're shutting it off. It's gonna come back in 30 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? Like, I didn't sleep. I'm literally dead tired. So I set alarms on my phone, probably at like 11:25, 11:27, 11:29, like back to back to back. I'd wake up, I check, it's not working. I doze off. I'd wake up to my alarm, it's still not working. I would doze off, and like this one time, I just woke up like a minute before my alarm went off, and I checked the VeVe app, and it was working. And I got the Nightwing. I tried another one, got a second one, tried a third one, but this is the first time ever it said account limit 2 per person. And I was like, oh my gosh! I texted my boy Joe Kelly, and he got a Nightwing, and then that was it. And I was like, I must have the VeVe gods woke me up a minute before, and I was perfect timing. Yeah, don't ruin your screen for tapping too hard. I had the biggest. It's pretty much healed now, but I had the biggest. It was huge. It was my entire thumb, the biggest blister in the world. It was so deep too. It took off my nerves. Like I couldn't feel my thumb, and it was like a perfect circle around my thumb. I don't know how I did it, but it looked like all my buddies were, making fun of me, saying like you're just pressing the buy now button way too hard. Oh, you got to get a Twitter, Brendan. Twitter gets popping. You have the VeVe app. So all the activity, I think, is going to get popping on the VeVe app soon. Right. There's been times where I've really like needed the gems and I've wanted to sell my extra Nightwing. But Nightwing is one where even when it gets up to 5-10 grand, it's gonna be hard for me to sell because I think it's gonna go more than that. And two, the drop experience was such a special moment where obviously I'll never sell when I have one of them, but I will profit off the duplicate eventually. But it's gonna be a sad moment when I do with the Nightwing. There's some like I'm ready to profit. Um, when the numbers duplicate numbers are there and appreciates. I'm sorry, what did I say? When the appreciation numbers there and I have a duplicate. Like my duplicate Pride Da Vinci one, I will sell that one eventually, but I'm not selling it less than 100 grand. Like I'm not like that thing's it's the first ever Givenchy NFT. You could have got three. I could have, yeah. But there's a 2 account limit, so I couldn't. But it was just insane. Got them both for retail, man. Unbelievable. What's so special about Twitter except the spaces? Really, nothing's special about Twitter. It's just everyone from the VeVe community is there and like just thriving, together. It's almost, what social media is? Social media is the metaverse, right? Everybody talks about how like the metaverse is new. The metaverses have always been there, right? We're all going into like a digital world, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're all communicating, etc. It's just the metaverse that we're imagining now with NFTs is a virtual 3D world instead of social media was all 2D. I got shut out, Burmy. Better luck next time, portfolio. Today was a hard one. Yeah, exactly. Literally just VeVe updates. That's why I joined Twitter. To begin with, I had like 200 followers, right, on my old account. Came back on Twitter just for Comey updates, and man, things just start spiraling, and almost like I'm over 5K now. Unbelievable, like 5,000 on Twitter, almost 6,000 now, I think, which is just unbelievable, crazy. But yeah, I always post out the VeVe updates anyway for you guys on YouTube, Instagram. Um, I just try to be spreading the word as quickly and as transparently and as much quality as possible as I possibly can. I think, imagine how fun that is for David and Dan. Obviously, they have so much work to do every day. It's not all fun. But there's times where they're just like plotting ideas and creating ideas. It's almost like they get to play Sims in real life, right? Plus all the hard, strenuous work that they have to do on top of meetings after meetings, paperwork, legal aspects, but there's definitely some fun aspects to it. But also about the Twitter thing, it's just to be involved in the community, I guess, a little bit more. But I'm not saying you have to join. Let's see if the market's open. Because usually it's open about 30 minutes after. Yep, it's open. Let's go. All right, so the common is going for $20. The uncommon is going for $25. Am I seeing this right? I'm gonna have to buy that. Wait, I can't. I'm too late. Yeah, it's $90. Wow, that was a steal. Somebody just sold it for $25 and didn't realize. The rare is going for $345. Oh, the ultra rare is going for 900. 1K. Yikes. What's the secret rare going for? Secret rare is going for 3.9K. Market is open. Yep. Appreciate all the work you put in, JD. Your profile on VeVe is absolutely nuts too. Thanks, man. This is my baby right there. I love like that. I'm so attached to my collectibles on VeVe, man. I'm so attached. Spend so much time on the app. I can't even make my showroom right now. It just crashes still. So once, oh my gosh, I can't wait. VeVe, if you're watching, I can't wait till you update the app to where I can get in my showroom. I can update it. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait to update it. Yeah, 1K4. Let me go through them again. The common is now $21. The uncommon is $80. The rare is now $300. The ultra rare is 1K. And the secret rare, again, is 3.6K. Yep. So it's about what I expected. Common's moving up a little bit, $22. I may add a common. I wanted to have at least a common of every single one. But I mean, I have an uncommon, so that works. I just like the colored comic books. 1753. That's a good low mint. That's a real good low mint. I like the ultra rare so much. I think that one looks amazing. I want to check out what is the. I gotta see what the lava corn's going for. So the lava corn's floor is at 492. That one blows my mind. I should have bought that one earlier. That was an L. I should have bought it. Common gang is ruthless, bro. I like the commons, honestly. Yo, I really think the commons are kind of slept on. Just because it's the only colored one, right? So I think if you can get my goal right now, since I'm not the biggest comic book collector, and obviously I'm a big collectible collector right now, I'm trying to have at least a common of every single comic book, which I have right now. You know, I have some rares, I have some uncommons. Sold the last of my ultra rare comic books. Have you hit a secret rare comic on drop yet? I have not hit a secret rare yet, brother. But when I do, I will keep that one, I think. I may sell it, buy some Todds. Yeah, I like, if I hit a secret rare, I'll keep one for sure. Oh, I think you mean the common ones. Yeah, I think the common ones are a good hodl. Like, they won't be quick flips. Like, the quick flips will obviously be the ultra rares, you know, maybe some big rares, secret rares. You're going to be able to quick flip those for a few hundred, maybe 1,000 or two. But the hodl ones, if you can hodl the commons for a year even, imagine this time next year, right? And you have even the commons. There's only 30,000 of them. 30,000 seems like a lot, but it's really not. This is going to have like, this time next year, we could have like 5 million users minimum. Because things are going to start rolling, right? Once we get 2 million, once we get 3 million, that avalanche is just going to keep going. I think, you know, by the end of this year, downloads, we could have close to 2 million downloads in that ballpark range. Maybe like 1.5 to 2 million. I think more too. Yeah, I think what their theory, I'm not 100% on this. I think their theory on that was just to mix it up, you know, mix up the edition size a little bit, give some more scarcity to the comic side. They keep them like true collectible comics, you know. Also, they talked about how they try to match it up sometimes with like how popular they think some things will be, meaning like something that's going to be really popular, they're going to have crazy edition and count sizes. So that may take into effect too. I agree. But I also think there's more room for upside with the Marvel Mighties. That's something that is like a new brand, right? That's not a physical item yet, and that's something that Marvel created. So I think the Marvel Mighties being in a new series, I think there is so much room for growth right now. I stacked up on so many FA Captain America Marvel Mighties to where I think it could get to $50 eventually. Is that going to happen in the next week? I don't think so. Uh, but I bought a bunch right around retail price because I don't think they're going to stay retail. There's what I think 600 in the market. There's a lot of them total edition sizes, but I think something big is going to happen with the Marvel Mighty series. I don't know what it could be, but being that they're not a physical item yet, this is Marvel's created IP. You know, Marvel trusted VeVe. Like I just think something big is going to come from them. And the fact that this is a true FA Captain America too. I bought a lot. I had extra gems at the time, and I was like, you know what? This is one that it's the FA Captain America. So I bought a lot of those. I do think they may drop maybe something like Kang again, but I don't really. I see more so the comic side being more so how it is right now, like with the 30,000 editions, 600 secret rares. Maybe once in a while they will make a super highly rare one. The ultra rare is a VeVe exclusive cover, right? So there's not yet any printed comic with this cover. Correct. Also, the rare and the ultra rare. I'll read it again on the medium. It says 2021 New York Comic Con exclusive. This release includes rare and ultra rare variant covers commissioned exclusively for VeVe and will only be on sale for 24 hours. October 5th, 8 a.m. PT. The rare and the ultra rare. So that's why I think they're pretty important. Interesting. Definitely interesting. One more time, let's tell you guys what the market prices are. Common, $22, so it's staying the same. Uncommon sank a little bit, $64. Ultra rare sank a little bit, $775 right now. I skipped the rare, sorry. The rare is $250. The ultra rare was $775. And then secret rares dipped a little bit, 1.5K. 1.5K, I think that's a steal. Yeah, it just got bought. Someone pounced on 1.5K that heartbeat. Wow. Yeah, if you get an ultra rare, hodl. And David Yu is pumped. Yeah, I think this will be a big one. If you can get that it's about 700, 800. If I can sell a couple, I may go for it. Thing is, for me though, like I don't want to be in a rush and sell off too much of my collection and then have regrets, right? I think a lot of my collection is going to be valuable, so I don't want to sell off too much of it. Interesting. Just looking at some of the other stuff in the market right now. Catwoman's going to go crazy. I stocked up on Catwoman. It's just not her time yet. Still got a lot of additions in there. Superman's just under 1K still. Where's Todd at? The Todd's at 1.5K. FA Joker's just under 300. Rizzo's at 5.2K. So market's, covering a little bit. Still not at its highest peak, but it's not at its lowest peak either. Yeah, it's kind of just chilling right now, even where it's been. I think we're getting ready. This is like the calm before the storm. I think things about to boom. Can't wait. So another comic book drop successful. I'm gonna just read what we got in store. I think the Medium article's up. Is it not yet for tomorrow? Not tomorrow, but for Thursday. Big drops happening this whole week. Better have your gems stacked up for this week. Big week. But Uncommon Gang, we are out of the Common Gang. Let's go. Shout out to everybody who got something today. Definitely a good comic book to get. Shout out to anybody who got the rare, the ultra rare cover. Definitely a good hodl. You know, just like December said, it's the first VeVe exclusive cover ever. So I think that's going to be big time. So appreciate you guys for all tuning in today. Again, the support, unbelievable. Thank you guys. Appreciate it so much. Glad you guys have fun with another drop. I love VeVe drops. NFTs are booming. The collectibles are booming. Comics are booming. Johnny Dunn, we're signing out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out.